So a couple of days after that big win you guys had, just talk about how you're feeling and how it's kind of sunk in for you.
Well, I think we talked about this last week. We're so programmed as coaches to put the previous week to bed. I mean, it's all, we're halfway through the morning on Monday, and we've already moved on, obviously, to our next opponent. So you really don't have time until after the season really to reflect back on what transpired 48 hours ago or whatever it's been. So we really just have already moved on, and because we coach with a critical eye, right? So we really go in there and we look for the mistakes that we make. Okay, we reinforce the things that we did well, and then we correct what needed to be fixed, and then we move forward. And so it's kind of where we are. After the season is over, then that's when we'll look back and really when you can kind of enjoy the wins and celebrate the season. But right now, it's just I hate to say this or sound mundane, but it's really business as usual.
And now you get to go pretty much against the standard of FCS football. You've called them that. What kind of I mean, it's kind of a privilege to be able to test yourself against pretty much the best in FCS.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, they've been winning and doing it right for a long time, and we have nothing but respect for their program. Man, it's just a tremendous honor for our football program to be able to go and showcase, the type program that we're building. And it's again, it's just a great matchup. And this time of the year, I mean, you want to compete against the best people there are out there, and these guys are definitely one of the best.
And I mean, your defense played probably the best game they've played all year. Offense, I mean, you still put up 24 points with a quarterback that had never started before. You guys are playing really well. How important is it to take that momentum from last game?
Yeah. Like this is. I've been saying this all year long. We're a team, and that's what I love the most about it. I mean, 10 different people recognized as Conference Players of the Week, 10 different times we've been recognized as Conference Player of the Week, and it's been 8 different people. So that's just a testament to our players, and the thing that the next man up mentality that they've adopted. Like, we've had people beat up throughout the course of the year. It's a physical game, obviously, and for people to step in there, man, I was so proud of Carson. Other than the 3 misfires on the interceptions, I thought he did exactly what we needed him to do. He got the ball into the hands of our playmakers, and those guys just keep making plays just like they have since week 1.
You're going into probably one of the most hostile environments, probably in all of college football, in the Fargo Dome up there. How can you kind of simulate that environment, or is there any way you can?
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be any more hostile than going to a Texas Tech. There's actually more people there at a game like that, and I think our kids feed off of it. I think that there's something about going on the road in college football and everyone's against you, to be able to see if you can get them to sit on their hands. And I think, the way you do that is you make plays, and whether it be on offense, whether it be on defense, and you do it consistently. So really, I think you just kind of feed off that energy, and just keep it in context of what it is. I mean, those guys, it's part of being the home field advantage, but what you have to do is you got to be able to take that energy, and you got to feed off of it yourself.
And any update on Maverick's status, or is it still too early?
No, not yet. We're still too early, so we'll see how this week goes. And obviously, we're never going to put a young man in jeopardy. And if he can go, he can go. And if not, again, it's got to be that next man up mentality.
Just what kind of excitement are you and the team feeling to be able to play football one more week?
Yeah, well, our focus has been and will continue to be exactly our third goal. We talk about it every year and that I'm here, and we'll talk about it every year that I'm here from now on. I mean, we really we don't look at it like that. I mean, we're excited to have the opportunity to play this week. Our focus is obviously, we once you get into the playoff, anyone can win it. And I mean, you watch it happen every year in the NCAA basketball tournament. That's what makes the playoff system work. That's what makes it so unique. And I mean, we get an opportunity as the 15th seed in this tournament to play the number 2 seed, and I don't know how you can't get excited about that.
And I mean, ACU is known for their upsets in tournaments, so kind of talk about that.
Yeah, that's why you play the game, right? I mean, we have nothing but respect for their program and the type team they are. I mean, if you look at it, they've only had 3 close games the entire season, and they're a really, really well coached team. They're very disciplined. They don't turn the football over. They play a physical style of football. I think they've punted 19 times on the year, and you got a quarterback that's thrown 1 interception, and I think they've lost 2 fumbles. It's pretty impressive. They don't do anything to beat themselves. You have to go in there and take it from them, and that's what they pride themselves on. I mean, they make you come in and try to beat them. They don't beat themselves.
So, in most of these pressers, we've talked about the offense, who XYZ was player of the week. But this week, when it mattered most, your third leading passer in the country couldn't play. First ever playoff game, the defense steps up and they dominated, took control. You know, what do you think it says about this team that they were able to step up at such a moment?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. And go back to the Northern Colorado game. I mean, everyone forgets that. Like, it's not like it's the first time our defense has done it all year. Our defensive front has played as well as anybody in the country, in my opinion, all year long. The Achilles heel for us was the back end. We had a lot of moving parts early in the season, and we've gotten better and better. I mean, if you just take the Central Arkansas game forward, there's just been those 1 or 2 plays a game that you just sit there and scratch your head and go like, good grief, man, we played so well other than these 1 or 2 plays. And I've seen them gaining confidence and becoming a better defense since the Austin Peay game. I mean, you look at it, we have had some huge defensive 4th down stops from Central Arkansas to Austin Peay to Saturday against these guys. I mean, we've been doing it all year long in the red zone and on 3rd down. We're getting off the field probably close to 65% of the time on 3rd down. I mean, the last 2 weeks we've had 6 3rd downs converted against us out of 30 attempts. That's pretty impressive. So it's anytime you play air raid defense, it's a little bit different. The numbers don't tell the whole story, I don't think. When you really take a deep dive into it, I think our defense is a lot better than what people give us credit for.
And we look at who's going to be on the other side, North Dakota State. Some might consider them the Alabama of FCS. One of the most decorated programs of all time. And what kind of challenge do you think this presents, and how are you guys going to go about attacking it?
I think you have to you have to give them great respect, but on the other hand, you can't get caught up in the nostalgia of, oh my goodness, we're playing North Dakota State. I think you have to approach it. You got to stay focused on, here's what it's going to take to win the game. Here's what it's going to take to execute plans in all 3 phases of the game. And then you got to go in there and you got to meet their level of intensity, mentally, physically. And if you do that, you give yourself a chance.
And obviously we still don't know about Matt. We're waiting on updates. But what confidence do you have in whoever's going to be under center?
I mean, I think that was evident on Saturday. We probably played our best game of the year. I mean, without our starting quarterback. So, obviously, we'd love to have Maverick back this week. And, it's just one of those things where, like, I hate to say this, I don't want to sound cold or anything like that. We just, at the end of the day, whoever is available to play, that's who we're going to go play with. And we just got to make sure that we just get everybody in the right frame of mind. And if we do that, we'll see how it goes.
Now, preparing to play in such a hostile environment, is there going to be anything that you're this?
No, to me, when people do that, I think they worry about all the wrong things. I mean, to me, your focus is on the hostile environment, right? Like, to me, our focus had better be on how can we move the football on third down against their defense? How can we score in the red zone? How can we get off the field defensively? That's what I'm saying. You have to make sure that you can't get caught up in, oh, we're in the playoffs, we're in the second round, oh, we're playing at North Dakota State, oh, they've won out of the last 15 national championships, they probably won 12 of them. I mean, you can't get caught up in that. You have to stay focused on here's what we've done as a football team, because we present problems. I mean, we have a pretty good offense. Our defense is getting better and better every week. So, we've just got to focus on doing what we do, focus on us and our execution and our on both sides of the ball. And if we do that, I mean, you never know. I mean, at this point of the year, anyone can beat anyone. So that it's just creating that mindset that's what it's going to take to go into a hostile environment and give yourself a chance to win the game.
Take away the 3 picks from Carson. He has 3 incompletions. What does that say to his talent as well as just his ability to run the offense?
Yeah, I think just, the clock is ticking a little faster in a game than it is in practice. So I think, in terms of the 3 interceptions, he just needed to get rid of it a little bit quicker. He just tried to hold on to it a little bit longer than he should have maybe. But other than that, man, I was very proud of him. And like I said, this young man, he prepares as hard as anyone on the team. He truly is the epitome of understanding that, look, when you're a backup, you're one play away. And you have to be prepared. And the people that are prepared, when they do get their opportunity, they normally go in and make the most of it. You look at 2 weeks ago. I mean, he comes in the game, same thing. And he's throwing a ball into the end zone to make it a 6-point game. So we have complete confidence in every player that we put on the field. And again, I just think it speaks to the type players that we have on this particular team.
What did you like and what did you see from your offense being able to rally around and make his job a little bit easier?
Yeah, I think when people see that you work hard and you are prepared, I think that happens a little bit organically. And, I'm very proud of the way that he has stepped in there. And, it just makes us better as a football team. You create depth in those type of situations. So, man, the experience that he has gained over the last week and a half has been great for him and our football team as well. So, again, we have tremendous confidence in Carson or whoever's pulling the trigger.
And you guys held on 3 of 16 on 3rd and 4th down combined. How can you continue to do that?
Yeah, just keep doing what we're doing. I think we're finally playing with a lot more confidence in the back end than we have all year long. And like I said, it just took us a minute to try to get the right chemistry and the right group of people in the right positions, and we've really settled in probably since the Eastern Kentucky game. And, I just feel very confident, and those guys are gaining confidence. Like I said, we've been playing physical up front all year long. I continue to see the development of Kirby Cohealy. Kirby Cohealy's playing a different position. He's playing his 3rd position in 3 years. Will Schaefer comes in here. He just gets better and better every time he plays. So I just feel like we're just now kind of coming into who we are and into our own identity on defense.
And what does it say about your team being able to lose the turnover battle but still win the game by a really large margin?
This has been a unique season in terms of that. I mean, this is the first time that we have, I don't know, been underwater. Been in the minus category in we have not forced turnovers this season like we traditionally have, and we've for the most part though I feel like that we have protected the football. It's been a little bit misleading the last 2 weeks. I mean, we've had 3 both weeks in a row, and we can't do that and go win the football game Saturday. I mean, we have to protect the football. You can't play a team that has forced as many turnovers. I think they're plus 17 in the turnover ratio. I mean, they've had, like I said, 3 turnovers offensively. You can't go and we can't be careless with the football. the game's about the ball. It's always one of our keys to victory. And we've done that for the most part, most of the year.